Right then, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Stephen Howson. This is the third one of a never-ending series of players that we're looking at, scouting. But this is the striker that I think could replace Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United. Now, I've already done one on Jonathan David, and we've already done one on Darwin Núñez. And as I've said with several of the positions, certainly the central midfield one, probably in particular, there isn't just one player that Manchester United could sign that would improve us. If you limited me to only shopping in the relegation places in the Premier League, I'd make United a better team. And that's the issue, is that I don't think Manchester United realise quite the shit that we're in and how much quality is actually out there. There's another player that I think would absolutely improve Manchester United, and we're going to talk about him, give you guys a little bit of insight into him, in case you've not heard of him or not seen enough of him, explain what he's all about. And I'm going to be doing this right the way through to the end of the window, and probably even beyond, because we will not address and fix all of our problems in this one window. We know we won't. Anyway, here's who we're talking about today. Patrick Schick, striker, 26 years of age, Euro 2020 top goal scorer. Now has a goal every 78 minutes in 21-22 in the Bundesliga. He's probably playing at the peak of his career at the moment, and it's either now time for a move or I don't think he gets on to that next level and proves he can do it on the biggest of big stages. There doesn't seem to be a defence in Europe that has the answer for this guy. He shares a lot of the same attributes as Erling Haaland, except the agent and price tag that he comes with. They're separated by just 3 centimetres in height. They've got an almost identical touches per 90, goals per shot, distance per shot. It's literally a carbon copy. He's got 20 goals in 20 games in the Bundesliga from only 33 shots on target. Honestly, ridiculous sorts of numbers. He's a big all-rounder. Hard to really pinpoint to any kind of weakness, except he's not that blistering lightning quick. Usually as you get a little bit taller, you get a bit of long range speed, but that sort of like blistering sort of acceleration doesn't usually come. So a lot of sprinters are in like the 5'10" sort of range, and why Usain Bolt is a freak. Dynamite in his left foot. Once it's hit, it stays hit, permanent. He's a force in the box. He uses all 6'3" of his frame. Heading is one of his strongest attributes. He's dominant in the air. He's able to score from a really wide range of areas and situations. And for someone so tall, he's actually quite elegant, quite smooth technically, has good link-up play and a good finish to him. And at 26 years old, this is like the last sort of window you'd want to try and buy him in. Once they start getting beyond that, you start, unless he's an absolute sure thing, which I think he is, but you need to be certain. You look at 27, 28, and you're not going to get value for money. There's not going to be any sort of resale in there, and that becomes more of a risk. So 26 years of age, this is the time when you buy him and he goes straight in and has an immediate impact. He's less raw and a little bit more well-rounded than some of the players that we usually sort of scout around about the 21, 22, 23 kind of mark, because that's the kind of players that United seem like they like to sign. His floor's quite high. I think he's a real player. Whether or not he's going to improve massively, to be honest, he wouldn't need to improve massively. All he's got to do is prove that he could hang in the Premier League. And I don't think, because of his physicality, I don't think it'd be an issue for him. I really don't. Without Champions League football, you're going to have to go for the best of what's available. I don't think we were in the mix for Erling Haaland, but I certainly don't think it's a possibility if we don't have Champions League football. If you want to go for someone that's not ridiculously expensive, but still improves the football team, it's got to be Schick. If you're looking for that archetype of a player. We did Jonathan David. He plays a little bit more as a second striker. We did Núñez, who likes to be a little bit more off the left, as well as playing down the centre, very much in like the Timo Werner kind of mould. But Schick is an out-and-out number 9, like an old-school number 9. He lit up the Euros, which, you know, international football I have my doubts on, but it is what it is. He's followed that up with an absolute stellar season so far. His stock is going to continue to rise. If you can't, I think United might try for Lewandowski, because that's the sort of shit that United want to do. But a sensible director of football would look at someone like Schick, look at what he could offer, and bring him in. This is the profile of player that you need to sign. I can't remember who said it. I'm going to try and find it because I think it was such a great quote. It's in one of Fergie's books, either in Leading or in his autobiography. And he says, players need to see playing for you as a step up. Lewandowski would not see coming to Manchester United as a step up unless he's had a concussion. Cristiano probably didn't see coming to United as a step up. Arguably Cavani did. Players have to feel like this is special. That's why when you play youngsters, you get that little bit of extra buzz about them because they know they're lucky to be here. And you want players that are turning up feeling like they're lucky to be here. And I get the impression that if you give Schick the opportunity, not only would he feel this is a step up for him, this is a challenge that he has to come and take on, but I also think he'd deliver. And that's exactly what you're looking for when you're trying to find signings, when you're trying to bring people into the football club. I like the look of him. I like the nature of his play. I like the fact he's left-footed as well. I don't know why, I just got a thing for left-footers. I mean, I'm left-footed. Obviously not very good. Left-footers always have a bit of sparkle about them, or they seem to. I think this guy could do it. I think he'd be a real handful. I think he'd suit the Premier League. And I think he'd be available at a price that you couldn't say no at. Manchester United are going to have to go through some sort of a cultural reset. Having the correct number 9, scoring goals, is a big one. You've got to keep them out and you've got to score them. Well, this guy's scoring them. Really scoring them. And I think he'd continue to do that in the Premier League. If you've watched him, let me know in the comments what's your thoughts. Sort of fee do you reckon he'd be going for? Leverkusen don't typically demand mental fees, do they? Let us know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.